The rumour mill is running wild at the moment, with names being mentioned every day for the vacant management position. With the takeover progressing, fans will be expecting a big name to take the reins of Rangers for next season. One name which has been touted over the past couple of days is legendary football manager Rafa Benitez, with rumours circulating that the Spaniard could be the next man in charge at Ibrox. Today we have some huge news about this potential appointment, which we will dive into in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, the Union Bears have announced plans for a march to the stadium ahead of the Europa League match between Rangers and Fenerbahce. Rangers supporters have been invited to join the fan march between Cessnock subway station and Ibrox on Thursday, March 13th. The Union Bears will lead the march to the stadium at 6:30 p.m. ahead of the 8 p.m. kickoff in the round of 16 second leg. A Union Bears social media statement read, "Fan March Fenerbahce. The Union Bears have organised a fan march before Thursday night's match, 6:30 p.m. Cessnock subway station." The group added, "Fan march information for Thursday. We also invite those with ID to 3 Chairs Pub from 3 p.m. on Thursday." Rangers hold a 3-1 lead ahead of the Europa League knockout tie second leg, having claimed victory in Istanbul. Cyril Dessas and Václav Černý scored in Turkey to claim a precious win for Barry Ferguson's side ahead of the return leg at Ibrox. Alexander Djiku netted for the hosts to keep them in the tie. Should Rangers advance to the quarter-final, then they would face either Roma or Athletic Bilbao. Roma led that tie 2-1 after the first leg last week. Now in some huge Rafa Benitez to Rangers news, Rafael Benitez is reportedly aware of the swirling rumours linking him to the vacant managerial position at Rangers, according to Dougie Imrie, the Morton boss. Imrie recently attended a UEFA coaching course in Geneva, where he shared some insightful conversations with the legendary Spanish manager. It's understood that Benitez, who has managed some of Europe's biggest clubs, including Liverpool, Chelsea, and Newcastle United, is being considered as a potential replacement for Philippe Clement. The decision makers behind this interest, a consortium backed by the San Francisco 49ers, who are inching closer to completing a takeover of Rangers. Leading this charge is American businessman Andrew Kavanagh, alongside Leeds United chairman Parag Marath, the key figure in the 49ers investment wing. With a deal now agreed in principle, the consortium is already looking ahead, with interim manager Barry Ferguson holding the fort for the time being. After Morton's recent victory over Ayr United, Imrie recounted his interaction with Benitez, sharing that while the Spaniard acknowledged the speculation, he remained tight-lipped about the specifics. Imrie, with a smile, joked about submitting his CV to be Benitez's assistant should the rumours materialise. He also noted the value of their conversation, where he was able to discuss some of his own experiences as a manager. To speak to a guy like Rafa, who has managed at so many top clubs, and have a personal chat with him was refreshing, Imrie reflected. I was able to ask questions that relate to me being here, and it was good to hear that everything isn't always rosy, no matter how big the club is. Benitez, who famously led Liverpool to a Champions League victory in 2005, has been out of the dugout since leaving Spanish side Celta Vigo last year. Earlier this month, he expressed his desire to return to management, ideally in the Premier League, though he remains open to the right opportunity. In an interview with the Liverpool Echo, Benitez shared, "I have had a lot of offers during the year, but I was always waiting for the Premier League because it's the league that I like. You have to choose the right opportunity, and hopefully it will come soon. Whether Rangers could be that next opportunity for the experienced tactician remains to be seen. But it's clear that Benitez's name is firmly in the mix as the Ibrox club prepares for a significant new chapter." In other news, Sevilla have reportedly expressed the desire to sign Rangers forward Hamza Igamane. Reports claim the La Liga side are one of multiple clubs keen on the 22-year-old. Igamane has put in a number of impressive displays for Rangers this season and was linked with a possible move to Everton in January. However, the Moroccan remains in Glasgow with 4 years remaining on his contract at Ibrox. Africa Foot, however, reports that Sevilla and Marseille hold an active interest in the forward after positive reports from scouting trips to watch the player. The outlet claims several English, Spanish and French clubs are keen on a future move for Igamane. Former Rangers boss Philippe Clement had previously said of a transfer for Igamane, "It needs to be a win-win situation for everybody. That's for the club and for the player." A positive point for that is that Hamza is maturing in his head. "We have had a good relationship with him from the first day that he came in. He's made big steps. He will take the next steps. There will be a moment that's the right moment for him to leave. But it needs also to be the right moment for the club, and he understands that. It comes as Igamane earned his first senior call-up for Morocco. The forward has been named in the squad for the World Cup qualifier double-header against Niger and Tanzania. He's been included after an injury to Olympiacos striker Ayoub El Kaabi and is in the World Cup semi-finalists 34-man extended squad for the games. He's been included before in a provisional squad 2 years ago against Brazil and Peru, but never made the cut. He helped Morocco win the Under-23s Africa Cup of Nations in 2023 and seems set for his taste of senior international football. Finally, Nathan Patterson has been warned he must step up if he wants to force his way back into Everton's plan, while his Scotland hopes also hang in the balance ahead of Steve Clarke's upcoming squad announcement. The former Rangers fullback has endured a frustrating spell on Merseyside since making a £12 million switch in January 2022, with persistent injury problems restricting his game time. He has made just 11 appearances this season, the last of which came in early January, just before David Moyes returned to the Goodison Park dugout for his second stint in charge. Despite right-back being his natural position, Patterson has found himself behind Republic of Ireland centre-back Jake O'Brien, who has been deployed out wide in his absence. Moyes has now laid down the challenge to the 23-year-old to prove he belongs in the Everton first team. Speaking ahead of Everton's trip to Wolves in the English Premier League on Saturday, the Toffees boss said, "I know he needs to step up, and I want him to step up. He's Scottish as well, so we need all the players we can get. I'm hoping in the next month or two we can get the chance to work a bit closer with him. He has had a few injuries and has been out for the last 4 to 6 weeks, and you miss out on the training, the coaching, and the opportunities to be around the group. He needs to be looking to step up. He certainly does." The timing of Moyes' comments could not be worse for Patterson, with Scotland boss Clarke set to name his squad next week for the upcoming UEFA Nations League playoff with Greece. Patterson was once showing signs that he could become one of the first names on Clarke's list, but with minimal senior action since the turn of the year, his chances of making the cut now appear slim. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe for daily Rangers content. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.